to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings. Welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, I know I'm taking you away from playing your Oblivion remaster and you guys that are getting ready for Expedition 33. But listen, video is going to be short this week because the information that we're getting is very tight, very concise. We thought we were supposed to have a show today. There goes my 2%. But again, I wasn't sure on it. I was just heard that we might have a show this week. Thought it would be on the 23rd. But I think that show that we got was a show that we got yesterday. Oh, sorry, man. Listen, I apologize. If this is your first time finding this channel, I do apologize. Please hit the sub button, like, follow, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because YouTube is weird. And it shows me that 70% of you guys that do watch the videos aren't sub. Please sub. It helps the channel out. And if you want to become a member, members are the lifeblood of the stream. We do this stuff here. But again, let's get back to what we're talking about, right? So at the end of the day, you're going to be playing these games. Please free up the space because us Xbox guys, we're eating well. I mean, we're eating so good, it doesn't make any sense. Listen, we got news that Ghost of Yotei is coming out. Oh, but okay. It's October 2nd. It's at the end of the year, you know, when we're shaking and rocking and Xbox is living large right now. So you had to stop the bleeding on a day where the Oblivion is going crazy, that, you know, Forza is running ripshot over there on the PlayStation, showing them what we've been playing for years, showing them the quality that we had for years. It further tells you that these dudes were either ignorant, and that's not knowing, and it's okay to be ignorant because now that you know, now after you know, and you continue to do wrong, then that lowers your IQ. But again, now that you know, you're going to have to start making some decisions, bro, because this is becoming costly on you. And it's not like you got it like that, man. We know that you got a TCL television. Come on out. They found you, bro. We know exactly who you are. Because if you really was balling, then you have everything. I'm just saying, right? That's what gamers do, right? We get it all. Speaking of getting it all, pause. My rap came for Doom, the Eternal. So I'm going to show you that, but I'm waiting on that controller to hit. So when that controller shows up, we're good. And then I got a Steam Link dropping, and I got the Steam controller coming in. So it got a lot of stuff that's happening and moving and shaking in this background. You know, when it comes to gaming, you don't limit yourself. You take yourself to the upper limits. But at the end of the day, I'm Xbox all day, baby. That's what it is. When you literally get a chance to try everything and you still come back knowing that that's the best. Opportunity. The opportunity to play everything. The ability to be as versatile as possible, but still see the value inside the ecosystem is crazy. But listen, we got a lot of stuff to talk about and we got to get to it. I mean, I didn't even know that, you know, the whatchamacallit that For Honor was doing Prince of Persia. So, okay, this is an epic thing. And, you know, Robotech is back out here, son. I'm a huge Robotech fan. Been that way since a kid. Same thing with Munchausen. Anyway. Japanese culture intrigues me, enthralls me, and I can't wait to get to Japan this year in order to actually live out one of my bucket list items. And this is high on the bucket list. And while I'm there, I'm going to make the most of it by getting to Square, getting to Capcom, getting to a lot of these companies from software. We're going to have these sit downs. We're going to have these conversations. It's going to be documented, and you guys are going to get the full gist of Iron Lords in Japan. Xbox Frontline News is going to spread the word to Japan that Xbox is the place to play. We're there. when PlayStation isn't. But I mean, PlayStation there's a rental, right? Am I right or am I right? Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how it is. We're gonna run it up on these bumps. I'm gonna keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. They'll figure it out. By the time they see it, it's too late, right? So remember that time I reported that LG and Microsoft had a deal, and dudes was refuting it, talking about they only had to deal with Samsung, and I'm like, no, they have to deal with LG too. And LG got a chance to have it on in other countries, and Samsung had it in North America first. I believe it was North America first, right? So, but now it's available in 25 countries. As of today, the app extends all the way to 2022 OLED televisions, 2023 LG smart televisions. Well, the key significance is you need to have the Web OS 24, right? That update goes up, and I think mine just went up because I have two LGs here, so that went up. And I'm gonna test those out because the Samsung works absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna check the other ones, but then they also have to soon it would expand to the Stand By Me screen. That's gonna happen. So all you have to do is just have an LG television that's compatible with that update, and you're able to partake in your streaming Xbox services. Me personally, what I do to help the streaming a whole lot better. Your setup is all you do is put your Ethernet cord to your to your router. Don't do it wirelessly, and that is probably the best connection for you when you're streaming, and you're going to get the maximum output with your streaming when it comes to this. So again, that's the way I do it. Anytime I do stream, I make sure that the device is connected to Ethernet, and that way I can get the maximum bit rate because I have like 1 gig up, 1 gig down. So my streaming stays consistent. You do experience a little bit of lag in certain instances, but at the end of the day, it's a streaming device, and you're at the lower rung when it comes to the Xbox ecosystem. Streaming is the complete entry point into doing so, and then you have the Series S, and then you have the Series X. And then if you want to take your gaming a step further to a higher fidelity, you go and get yourself a high-end PC, and you will be able to put Game Pass PC on there, well, Game Pass Ultimate, and you can extend across there. And then it has various devices that actually allows you to do so. So again, another instance where whatever device that you do have or any device that you are purchasing in turn becomes an Xbox. And I think the greater reach is the most important part here. The versatility and the know-how of Xbox marketing a device is ridiculous. So if anybody got a chance to watch Lord Attic stream today, he's playing the alpha of Marathon. Now, I highly recommend that you go over to the Addicts Arena and see exactly what's going on there. Now, what I did notice when I did watch the stream, that it did have more textures than the reveal stream had initially shown to me. The game still looks like it runs at 30 for some weird reason. I don't know if, they would speed it up. It would start running at 60. Here it looks like it runs at 60. But when Attic was playing it, it looked kind of slow. Now, again, I'm not going to say that Bungie is going to miss on this one. I just, think it's very niche that where the title is going as an extraction shooter, right? But I think they're trying to get everything as right as possible. Those are the people that's in Reddit talking about the game itself. The initial, if you will, look of the game is tight. I'm excited for it. This is one of the titles that I was looking forward to, and knowing that Sony won't give you the game for free. It's not going to be a free to play. It's going to be dubbed as a premium title, and as it should. But then there's conflicting thoughts when it goes into that, because you got to think about all the free-to-play titles that are actually killing it now. I don't think Sony has the capabilities of allowing this title to be free to play. I think they're on type of budget on how the game will roll out DLC seasons and expansions when it comes to it. And I don't think that budget is as tight and as robust as you see like an Epic or a NetEase when it comes to Marvel Rivals. Those are free to play. The scheduling with them revolves around a different mechanic. So again, Bungie's extraction shooter Marathon is the alpha is out now, and they kind of folded under the pressure. They weren't allowing people to actually show it or talk about it or whatever, but now they are. So you're able to at least monetize the information at the moment if you're a content creator. And with that, I think that's good. I think unleashing the content to creators to do what content creators do is hype up your game, play your game, give you the criticism and the feedback that you need to in order to make your game successful. I think Steam does that in a way that is really good and it's helpful to games. Some games like Hades 2, I've been playing Hades 2 forever. And the feedback that you're able to give on the game and stuff like that will build an incredible game upon release when it does actually release. So games like this need that. They need player engagement, player feedback. I think the alpha is going to do really well. And certain things that I saw that I was just like, wow, okay, I kind of get what they're going for. So again, this is for people that wanted this information. I'm highly interested in Marathon, and I'm highly invested in Bungie's success as a person who feels nostalgic when it comes to Bungie games, Halo, Destiny. Yeah, I want them to succeed, to be honest with you. I don't ever want any company to go away. I've seen enough of them do it. Well, proves my point. Like I said, digital only Xbox Series X and X consoles have accounted for 75% of the sales so far in 2025. I told you Xbox was pushing their fan base, their ecosystem to digital. Game Pass is a total digital service that encompasses the DNA of what Xbox and Microsoft is about. Microsoft is about software and getting it to you as digitally as possible. When they were able to get Windows digitally delivered, that was a game changer for them. That philosophy is throughout the whole company. So the digitally only Game Pass gives the owner a greater control. So they were the first ones with the digital console, with the Xbox One, what was that, S? And that was digital console. So keeping that same philosophy, they started the digital trend as far as home consoles go, and they're pushing the envelope. And with PlayStation in tow, and it's soon to follow Nintendo completely. But this, and I haven't picked one up. My Series X's are completely physical. But the difference is it doesn't have a disk drive, but there's minor tweaks to it that elevates it to a cooler device and all this other stuff. That's cool. Me, I'm not a fan of of the white aesthetic, but also I have wraps around my consoles that changes the facade of the consoles. So Matt Piscatella reported that, the Xbox has only been down 9% in hardware sales so far. So you could tell that hardware sales are still down, but not at the greater percent of like how Sony is at the moment. Xbox is doing things differently and gaining in areas that wasn't seen before. But the digital life for Xbox is going to see a larger return on investment. You're going to see a lot less layoffs and studio closures because of the fully digital thought process over at Xbox. I'm truly surprised, actually, in a sense that I thought by at least mid-year that we would have that news. But to have that news this early in the year, yeah, that bodes very well. Surprising. If you know, you know, and if I told you, I told you. I told you before that um, the PlayStation put out the Pro just to catch up to the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series X was such a beast that developing for it, companies weren't doing it. They were developing to the lowest SKU in the PlayStation. So it made the PlayStation look like it was outperforming the Xbox. But they put out the Pro. And the Pro just catches up to the Xbox, and in some minor instances, it kind of exceeds certain aspects of it. Now, me personally, I have a PlayStation 5 Pro, and I don't game on the regular PlayStation 5. You know, I left that to my son to do that. If I'm going to play Forza, if I'm going to play any games, it's going to be with this thought process in mind. The Series X holds pace with the higher price PlayStation 5 Pro. And anything that the PlayStation 5 Pro introduces to Forza, as far as like the ray tracing, is negligible. You don't really see it. It's not something that is actually quantifiable. So again, the PlayStation and the Xbox is neck and neck. There's no discernible differences, and it holds up well. So you got to think with new tech and new power base, you would think it would exceed it, outplay it, or whatever. But we've seen with these titles that are going to the PlayStation, all they're doing is equaling what the Xbox Series X has been doing for years. It's just about your preference, right? Again, enjoy the game. But we've been playing the game. I don't see the big hubbub about it when it comes to having something. It hasn't been day and date. And I don't know if that's like something for anybody to hold on to. I just want to see what this game does in the ecosystem. Because for all intents and purposes, I believe this is the game that kills off their franchises. When you introduce a new apex predator into your ecosystem that normally that apex predator wasn't there, I dare to say that apex predator that is not indigenous to that environment takes over that environment and makes that environment theirs. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. I'm going to keep the boot on contact this whole generation. We're going to run it up on these bums. And seeing this further exacerbates that point that the low IQ individuals will continue to form like bees to honey and fly to shit and morph to a flame. You will get roasted by this fire. This is the undoing of the PlayStation. Shout out to Xbox for infiltrating the enemy's lines and taking them out from the inside out. It has begun. Game Pass starts to rock out tomorrow with Expedition 33. The Clear Ops score. In a week that you got Oblivion remastered, now you have this wonderful new RPG, turn-based, launching inside Game Pass tomorrow. I hope y'all got enough space on your hard drives. Start making space, pre-download, get your stuff ready, you can start getting ready to play because tomorrow is going to be an incredible day. For all intents and purposes, the scores on this game have been game of the year type of scores. I've seen 10s across the boards, 9s. I didn't see anything lower than a 9. This game is truly going to set a wonderful pace on RPGs. Imagine having 2 game of the year type of contenders inside of your services in a matter of a couple of days. Xbox fans are truly eating with Game Pass. Game Pass is truly the only place for you to experience games. And then buy them if you want them. See, here's the hustle. You have Game Pass. You play the game, right? You like the game? Buy it. You get a discount. Don't be stupid. Be smart. Play the game. Play to win. Try to play the Game Pass. Now, this may not be your Ghost of Tsushima that you wanted, but it is the Ghost of Yotei, and the Ghost of Yotei is releasing October 2nd. Remember, I told you I'm 2% wrong. I thought it would be slipping until next year, but it's not. It's actually releasing October 2nd. Now, October 2nd is a weird date because if Grand Theft Auto 6 happens to come out, I think PlayStation knows a little something. Does Grand Theft Auto slip to next year? If Grand Theft Auto does actually come out in that region, in that area, does that kill the hype for this game? Now, Jin Sakai is not the main protagonist in this game. The main protagonist is, who is it? Well, now the Yotei 6 is, she has to get revenge on them. Atsu. Atsu is the main protagonist in this game. Not for nothing, from what I've seen from the trailer, actually, the game does kind of give you a little bit more robust moveset. I know a lot of people did not want to play the Ghost of Feminist Past. I'm not of that ilk. I'm going to give the game its due. The game is set 16 years after the original Ghost of Tsushima. Jin Sakai has long passed away. Well, no. I think it's longer than that. And, Atsu returns home after 16 years of the attack on her clan. Now, the main contention of this game is the price point. I think the price point is pretty standard. I think they have the standard price for $70, the digital deluxe for $80, and I don't know how much the collector's edition is, but the collector's edition comes with all these wonderful physical items, and then it has digital items. It has a mask and all that other stuff, and I'm pretty sure COG will purchase this. Me personally, I'm just going to get the digital version. I'll probably pick it up on Steam because I do want to play it in this highest fidelity. But at the end of the day, is it day and date on Steam? I don't think so, because the PlayStation doesn't have anything this year to stand on their own. So maybe I might get it on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, hoping that the PlayStation 5 Pro does actually enhance the game and take advantage of the Pro's features. I'm looking at the Pro and noticing, Sony did a teardown the other day about the Pro and was trying to get people amped about the PlayStation 5 Pro to no avail. Nobody actually moved off of their complete stance on it being not worth its weight in salt. And you see that evident with the Horizon 5 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. This game, I would have liked them to capture all the footage on a PlayStation 5 Pro to show you that it's playing at the highest fidelity. So again, when they do give the deep dive on Ghost of Yotei and we get to see Atsu take revenge after 16 years of honing her skills and actually seeking out the Yotei 6 who slaughtered her whole entire clan. Me personally, I love a good revenge tale. I love a good story that sticks to the plot. So hopefully this can reenact some of those revenge tales that was left in the Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe they can bring that forward with her companion Wolf. It was little things that I seen with her running on a tightrope and stuff like that, and using different weapons that will show elegance and grace when it comes to dual welding and her commitment to getting revenge. One of the titles that I'm looking forward to this year, but again, one title doesn't carry a platform. And if this is the only title that you have to carry your platform from your first party, I think that you're in trouble. And again, might be a bright spot, but it won't be nominated for Game of the Year because it'll be too late. So here's mud in your eyes, Sony. Now, I was a huge fan of Mirror's Edge when Mirror's Edge came out. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it broke ground in new spaces, and that's when we started learning about parkour. Well, Mirror's Edge fans might want to take a look at the rooftop alleys of the parkour game on the PlayStation 5. Now, it looks cool. It looks like something that's fun. It's set to release on June 17th of this year. Now, you can fly around as a pigeon. You can give overshot views. You can run around with your friends playing this on PlayStation. Now, it's been on Steam already for a while. So if you actually have Steam, it was almost, for a year. And it's been pretty good. People are liking it, playing it, and enjoying it. So it's a parkour action title being developed by one person. And it features multiple maps where you can explore and free roam either alone or with friends with online multiplayer. With both first and third person perspectives available, the whole game centers around exploring each map with your parkour abilities, aiming to beat specific challenges and rack up high scores with various tricks and playing games such as tag and capture the flag. Now, listen, when you don't have any games and you have to rely on other people to help you out, you can't be choosy. So beggars can't be choosy, and they happen to have a game for you. So if you like parkour games, well, PlayStation has a game for you. Now, again, the game was out already, and it's on Steam. So if you can't wait, don't be excited for something that's out again. Again, PlayStation fans will count this as a win for something that they can pre-order that's out already. Just go over to Steam. If you really liked anything that you see right here, and go play the game in a better fidelity with a controller that you can trust at a cheaper value. Probably cheap as hell there. PlayStation's going to try to run it up on you. Just dip them and go get this game, Rooftops and Alleys, on Steam, because it's out already. PlayStation has nothing going on, so what they did, they brought back something that they took away they shouldn't have took away in the first place. Those classic themes that they were giving you during the PlayStation's 30th anniversary is back this week. Oh, get crazy for something that they gave you and they took it away and they brought it back, and now you're supposed to act like they did something special. They didn't do a damn thing special. They're just giving you back something that they gave you already, and they want you to be satisfied with them taking it away and giving it to you back. Listen, if you supported PlayStation for 30 years and they gave you something and they took it back and they brought it back to you again, is that them doing something special? No. In a week where Xbox Game Pass is actually outshining everyone in the space, PlayStation had to do something. Try to say, look at me, I'm over here, look what I got. You got something that you took away that you gave to us anyway. To be even funnier, the last time I played on my PlayStation, which is kind of sucks, was around the 30th anniversary joint, and I think I put the PlayStation 3 theme there because I think that was probably one of my best PlayStation consoles. Even though I love the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1 holds a different space for me because, again, I had that probably 2 years before it came to America, or 1 year, I think it's 18 months or whatever. And then the PlayStation 2 had that probably at least 6 or 7 months before it came here, again, import. But the PlayStation 3, I got day and date here. And, I think that one holds a special place for me. So these backgrounds, they're back. If you missed out on them, good. Get it. If you shouldn't have missed out on anything. Anyway, have fun. Do what you're going to do. But this is a nothing burger. You know, you ever ate a burger with nothing on it? Well, this is that shit. Is it me, or is every day there's some new controversy that goes along with the Nintendo Switch 2? I mean, it's a ton of controversy surrounding this controller, the GameCube controller, right? I'm a huge GameCube dude. I had the Panasonic GameCube. I imported that in, and that was the silver one with the digital interface and all that other stuff. It was dope. I had it jailbroken and was able to play American games on it. So that was the one I thought was the best for me. It was robust. It looked more sturdy. It didn't look like a toy, right? The Switch. The GameCube looked like a toy, but the Switch 2 wireless GameCube controller is coming to under fire for the fact that it's mainly made to work with GameCube games on the app. But that's behind a paywall with the Nintendo Plus, Switch Online stuff. Now, they do have a GameCube controller that is wired that you're able to link up to original Switch to play that stuff there. But the Switch 2 version of the GameCube wireless controller will only work with the Switch 2. They said some games may work with it. They're not giving a concrete answer on the controller if the triggers are analog. There's too much controversy with this controller with the fact that how they're doing things. And I guess that has to go with greed. At the end of the day, they are looking at the greediest company they'll ever do it. And they're not holding any punches. This is wild. How the heel turn this year from Nintendo is utterly amazing. Well, I want to thank each and every last one of you for showing up, watching, and checking out the video. Now, we do have a date for Ghost of Yotei, and I didn't think that we would have that date, October 2nd. I thought that it would slip to next year, but it didn't. And that's a good thing for them, right? Because they have nothing. So, again, I want to know more about Wolverine. I want to know more. I want to use my PlayStation 5 Pro. So don't give me this whole King, you're hating on them. No, I'm supporting. You are hating. You're hating by not opening up your wallet and doing what I'm doing. I could talk about something that I own. You don't own it, shut up. You ain't supporting, shut up. Stop giving me all the reasons why you don't need to have a PlayStation 5 Pro and give me all the reasons why you do have one. You don't tell me, oh, I don't see the difference. Well, I mean, you wouldn't on that TCL television. So anytime you tell me, oh, I don't see you because you have a TCL and you got it at the door with your popcorn. So again, I don't care. I'm not talking to anybody that televisions is on the floor when they go pick it up. All right? I'm not talking. Me and you are having the two different conversations. But seeing that the digital Series X is out here killing it, and, you know, Microsoft that begs the question, is Microsoft a completely third Freudian slip, right? Digital company? Is that exactly the path? How do you game on the Xbox ecosystem? Are you still out there buying games, or are you fully digital in this day and age? Is the disk drive being utilized inside your Series X console? Because mine isn't. But I have no reason to go fully digital. I will just continue to keep what I got. I got my the modular SSDs that go inside the back, so I don't have those issues. But Expedition 33, are you interested? It's dropping inside Game Pass tomorrow. Is it something that you're doing? Or are you too consumed with finishing your Indiana Jones and finishing up Avowed and doing South of Midnight, and then, you know, right now the Oblivion remaster? Did you do all of that stuff? Is all of that stuff done? And this is it, because it's at a saturation point where it's too much. And we still have Towerborn at the end of this month, which I'm telling you is a phenomenal game. And then we're moving over to Doom, the Dark Ages. Well, I just told you I got that wonderful wrap. And I will be showing that wrap along with the controller as soon as the controller shows up. So I will be doing an unboxing with the controller. The wrap, already did the unboxing. So, I mean, because the controller is supplied by Microsoft. So I will do an unboxing for that, and then we'll talk about that. And that'll be the main controller that I'll be gaming here because this will be my Doom console. I am a huge Doom fan. And what I've seen so far from Doom spells doom for a certain individual. Nintendo doing what they're doing. Speaking of controllers, this is strange fruit, bro. Absolutely strange fruit. But again, when you win a generation, you tend to mess up in such a manner. And this is them. They're on their way. Now, how much do they have to pay for it? I don't know. But I know the way that Xbox is moving out here is going to be a period of time where you can't mess up no more. The value proposition is crazy high on Game Pass. Price-wise, you're gaining too much to ignore it. It's a deafening roar. Well, this is the part in the video when I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And if you saw anything, and I know you did, you liked it. We're about that. We're moving. And we're going to continue to keep the boot on Kong's neck. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on these bums. Hey, did you pick up your Forza Horizon 5? I heard it just came out. You clowns. But again, I guess you got that parkour game that you can play, right? Go pick it up on Steam. It's out now. Stop waiting for games that's out already. PlayStation ain't nothing new. It's just a sad, retold story. Now, Ghost of Yotei, that comes out in October 2nd. But does Sony pull a trick move on you and put it out on PC day and date? That one will hurt you, and it will hurt you bad. But I'm going to take that, Logan. I'm going to throw it around Expedition 33 because that's tomorrow, B, and we'll be streaming on Frontline Gaming Streams. Expedition 33. Try to play the Game Pass.